And the starting lineups have concluded. So the NBA on 2K Sports.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Jamal Murray. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the center position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the small forward. Now here's Murray. Barton finds Gordon. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. And it's Jokic missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And now here comes Gordon leading the break, and it's in there.
Jokic doing a nice job consistently finding the open man.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Can't hit from in close.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Powell. Portland no good that time either. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Gordon, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, this is the problem Gordon poses for defenses, guys. I mean, very dangerous and athletic on these drives.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Pass to Millsap. Inside. 6 to shoot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Denver leading by 4. Loads it up for Millsap. Right side, Green. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Gordon. And the layup's good off the glass. Gordon's got 8.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
McCollum, no good. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. Here's Gordon. Oh, what a play!
Woo! Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunnies, a creative slam dunk artist.
And the basket by McCollum.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. A nice shot by Simons.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Pass to Green. Barton outside. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
And the pass to Millsap. Green inside. The layup off target. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Denver. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Denver.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
They've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Powell for 3. Porter pulls it in, and Enes Kanter picks up a foul. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Kanter, and Robert Covington subbed in for Jones. And Denver with a change here too. Jokic, he's checked in for JaMychal Green. They get it back. Jokic, nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And for Portland, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. Anthony kicks to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
Pass to McGee. And here's Jokic, defended by Covington. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by McGee.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia. Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Here's Jokic. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Jokic has the ability to score from just about anywhere, but he's most dangerous inside. Tremendous skill in the painted area.
Lillard outside. And the shot goes down.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Murray against Powell. Murray right side, and he makes that one.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Lillard scanning the floor. Powell for three. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Powell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Kicks it to Porter. Pass to Jokic. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for Carmelo Anthony. Down low, Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it.
I see him.
Floats one. Jones against Porter. Jones the pass to Lillard. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside for Murray. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And he makes good on the layup. Murray's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Lillard finds Jones from deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by... And...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point guard. Porter and Jones sends it back. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Fires from 18. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Trailblazers trail by 3.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
And the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Powell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Green, he's checked in for Denver. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. For the lead, and it's McCollum off the drive. He takes it up and lays it in.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Murray surveying the D. Green finds Barton. Good D by McCollum.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
And foul called. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this one.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Powell kicks to McCollum. Cantor trying to free himself up. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Gordon.
Aaron Gordon is no pushover. Far from it. I mean, with the ability to knock down shots despite contact, this young fella's impressive.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. McCollum against Barton. Lets it go from 11. And too long on the shot.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Green dishes to Barton. Jacks up a 3. No good. And it's Portland the other way. Powell the pass to Giant. Portland moving the ball over. Powell for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Anthony's checked in for Giles, and Jones subbed in for Norman Powell. Here's McCollum. Anthony, and staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his first 2 points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Here's Gordon. And Cantor pulls it down. And an intentional foul right there. Little, he's checked in for Portland. And the Nuggets making a change here. Portland leading. Simons the pass to Cantor. And Jones has it in the corner. Back to Cantor. The feed to Jones. Passes it to Simons. Just 5 on the clock. Top of the key jumper, no good. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. Outside for Millsap. Back to Murray. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third.
Boy, have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
Here's Simons. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. Jokic has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time, never giving up on a possession.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Denver shooting at 50% in a decent groove. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. He gets that one.
Jamal Murray is what we call a professional scorer, a hired gun. This guy can torch you because of that shot.
Here's Lillard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Paul Millsap picks one up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
Well, they've also really been down in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. Now here's Murray. The kick out to Barton. Shot clock at 6. Lillard against Murray. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Now Powell. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Barton passes to Murray. Puts one up from 19. That shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. McCollum kicks to Lillard. For Murray. And again, it's Portland converting.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
The putback. Powell pulls it in. Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Now Lillard. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. He kicks it to Nurkic. Jokic with the steal. And Porter, here we go. Count it.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Murray against Lillard. 8 feet away. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Nuggets.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moment. Big time shot there.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Lillard. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Murray's got 21 in the game.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And it's good, 2 points.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Outside Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Gordon's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
Good to see Gordon coming through with a big basket. I mean, he's no stranger to these high-intensity moments.
Feeds it to McCollum. Sinks that one from the post.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
And here is Murray. Feet away. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Jones. And they go to the intentional foul. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Lillard outside. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Powell in for Derek Jones.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Wide open look here for Murray, and a miss there on the triple. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Lillard with it. On deep. Portland no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. Hey, you can't just have skill and confidence to make big shots. You got to have a big ticker, too.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Richardson in at the 2-guard spot. And for Denver, Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. Now here's Murray. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points on the ballgame. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 5. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Now here's Barton. And here is Murray. Nice D from Doncic.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Second shot opportunity, and it's Jokic missing. Jokic has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Doncic. Drops in the layup for 2.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Pass to Barton. Back to Gordon. Porzingis with the block. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
How about that burst of speed? Tim Hardaway Jr. Whoa!
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Wide open look here for Murray, and another miss by Denver. For Dallas, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Doncic looking it over. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. The Nuggets trail by 4. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Jokic, no good.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Another miss by Jokic.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Finney-Smith passes to Powell. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. Trailing here by 8. Passes it to Barton. He kicks to Gordon. The Mavericks pull it in.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Bol, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Jalen Brunson. Campazzo, Richardson covering. Here's Gordon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
To me, Aaron Gordon has all the tools you'd want from a player on the rise. Very good establishing chemistry with his teammates, and all the necessary attributes are there to take a big jump.
Richardson against Barton. Richardson dishes to Cauley-Stein. 2 points. That one goes.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
To the middle and stolen by Richardson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical. Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Domination in the first quarter. And we caught it before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a...
Selfless. I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you could see the results.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Here's Murray after Luka Doncic's bucket.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And so Murray nails both of them.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Doncic outside. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
The Nuggets with another miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Mavericks leading by 12. And they double up Doncic. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Redick finds Doncic. 4 on the clock. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The Nuggets trail by 12. Outside Porter. Here's Bol. McGee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Doncic outside. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Murray, no good. Mavericks leading by 10. Lets it go from 14 and misses it off the right side of the rim. And now we've got the intentional foul. Jokic has checked in for Denver. And Dallas also making a switch. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Fires from the line. Jokic, no good. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Richardson against Murray. Marjanovic down low. Makes it off the glass. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs. The Nuggets shooting just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. The pass to McGee. Over to the left wing. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. It's Porter outside. Outside for Murray. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And 1:01 left to play in the first half. Millsap with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Barton against Richardson. And Murray now top of the key. Doncic with the steal. Richardson outside. Doncic left side. Paul Millsap with the rebound. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. A 12-point game.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Burke in for Josh Richardson.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Doncic against Murray. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. That 3 off the mark. 1 second left. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds. And that'll...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Gordon out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. And the dunk by Powell.
How about the ups of Dwight Powell? He's making these lobs look easy.
Now Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Murray's got 4 this quarter.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the Jets in the open floor.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Mavericks leading by 6. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Powell, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas.
Well, this is a decent free throw shooter, and where Powell could help himself is getting to the line a little bit more.
Jokic inside. Brunson covering. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Jokic. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Now here's Brunson. And Bull pulls it down.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
Porzingis, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this, and he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Barton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the wide open shot from Redick drains it from beyond the arc. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
What confidence from the grizzled veteran. Redick is as automatic as it gets from downtown.
The feed now to Bull. Kicks it out to Gordon. Millsap left side. Shoots over Marjanovic, and that one's good. Millsap's got his first points in this one.
Give credit to Millsap. As the game has changed for a power forward, so has he, developing a good jump shot from beyond.
Now here's Brunson.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. .114 left in the third. Millsap passes to Gordon. That's good, and it's Millsap with the assist. Gordon's got 5 now.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Brunson with it. 46 seconds left to play in the third. Can't get it to fall. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And Bull wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark. Mavericks leading by 7. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And finished off by Porter.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's Doncic. Count the basket. He's got 14.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Doncic. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Well, the exceptional handle. Doncic has every move, can go in any direction. Look out, folks.
Doncic against Murray. And the layup is good.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Murray surveying the D. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Powell kicks to Richardson. Now here's Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. For 3, Murray. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in the second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Luka Doncic is in distinguished company because his game is so far advanced for his age.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Martin passes to Jokic. Releases from 15. It doesn't go for him. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And here's Richardson. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Richardson outside. On the wing, Doncic. Denver grabs the miss. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. 3-pointer. Barton. It's hauled in by Richardson.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Denver making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway is subbed in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And the Mavericks call time here. They're leading by 8. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
John, this has to help Hardaway Jr.'s confidence. You like to see him make an impact on both ends.
There's 1:17 left in the game. Porzingis with the block.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Dallas.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Doncic outside. And stolen by Murray. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Lob pass to Gordon. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
And so he makes both from the line. On offense, here are the Nuggets. Trailing by 13. Jokic, no good. Out to Hardaway. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Dallas, Texas. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that could be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at small forward. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Count that one. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered. At the point guard position in particular, much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
McCollum with the ball. Now the pass to Lillard. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Lillard on top. Guarded by Doncic. Back to Lillard. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Yeah, Damian Lillard just working them over right now. One of the smaller guards in the league, but darts around so well to make plays.
A pass to Porzingis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Lillard throws it down.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here's Doncic. Over Lillard. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Powell. Clock at 4. Here's Doncic. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Nurkic. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. It's good. Doncic has got 6 points. 1:49 left in the first quarter of the game. Lillard outside. Passes it to Nurkic. Porzingis with the steal. One-on-one here. From the paint. Here's Kleber. Changes up. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Maybe a little more fundamental with positioning there to be ready for that offensive rebound. Porzingis, some extra effort on the offensive glass that time.
Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
He's firing on all cylinders. Has to be happy with his 4 of 5 shooting from the field so far.
55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Count it.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 8. And then Lillard slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And here are the Mavericks now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Knocks it loose. Covington with the steal. Inside, 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Powell, no one around him. And the three off target. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Trailing by 2. Knocked away. Covington with the steal. For the finish. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
And here is Doncic. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Before the game, we talked.
I know that when the main guy.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on, it's a difficult out.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
They've got Porzingis. Richardson is out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And that one, good. Jones has got the lead back up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Now, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
And now Portland on the break. Here's Cantor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And the shot goes in. Marjanovic has got his second bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Powell, he's jacked in for Portland. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Cantor controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Cantor's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Now here's Brunson. Ollie Stein in the post. He's against Cantor. Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Out to Anthony. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Mavericks trail by 4. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Here's Lillard. He's got 10. And Lillard throws it down.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Cauley Stein dishes to Powell. Back to Cauley Stein. Shoots over Cantor. Powell trying to free himself up. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And it's Jones finishing it off. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Brunson after the Trailblazers pick up 2. From the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Lillard finds Anthony.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Here's Brunson. Dallas again missing. Portland leading by 12. Powell the pass to Jones. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now here's Burke. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Some potential still left in the tank here for Cauley Stein, who is seeming to gain more and more confidence and knowledge about how to go about his business over the course of an 82-game season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. J.J. Redick's checked in for Hardaway. Richardson comes in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 12. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Kicks it to Cauley Stein. Back to Doncic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got 10.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 12 points, 2 assists. And that'll do.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. It's Hardaway with the drive. That's to Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Mavericks making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. McCollum finds Jones. Kicks it out to McCollum. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks trail by 8. One-on-one fast break. Richardson the pass to Hardaway. Powell with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The feed to Nurkic. Doncic against McCollum. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. Here's Marjanovic, and he banks in the layup. Marjanovic has got 8 points.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Now McCollum still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Five on the clock. To the inside. Covington. And then jammed down right as he goes over Marjanovic.
McCollum with a great job using the screen, deadly either shooting or passing. Just a great job of reading things and action off the pick.
Now here's Doncic. Step back shot, and he connects with the jumper. 12 points for him.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Foul for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Out to Doncic. Back to Richardson. To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. Again, the Mavericks score.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Trailblazers leading by 6. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Off target from three-point range.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Marjanovic, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Jones, no luck. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the hand. Marjanovic finds Richardson. Outside Hardaway. Up top, Doncic. Porzingis against Nurkic. And there it is for him. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
And how pretty is that shot for Porzingis? A nice release point and so soft coming off the fingertips.
Here's McCollum. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to McCollum. Fires for 3. Portland again missing.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Now just a 2-point Portland lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Doncic against Powell. They could use a bucket. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. The pass to Porzingis. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
McCollum against Richardson. And it's McCollum off the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
And here's Doncic. Beat the quad. Count it! He got it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Here's Lillard. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Cantor trying to free himself up.
If you look at career assist numbers for Damian Lillard, the stats don't really jump off the page at you. He's been asked to score more, but he's a creative playmaker when need be.
Now here's Brunson. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Cauley-Stein, and 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
And so it's Dallas with the Blazers getting the bucket. And the wide open shot from Redick. Another 3 for Dallas.
Really good decision as Redick is playing at full speed, but slows down, makes the right choice.
Lillard scanning the floor. He dishes it to Cantor. Takes a 3. And it's Lillard missing. The Mavericks leading. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Cauley-Stein. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Portland also making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Harry Giles. And Norman Powell subbed in for Little. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Redick's got the ball. This one for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Cantor dishes to Lillard. From downtown, the shot comes out, and the Mavericks going the other way now. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Brunson, good. Brunson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight. Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. There's the triple. Some solid defense from Lillard. Trailblazers trail by 5. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Powell. Cauley-Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simon. Here's Doncic. Portland making their last shot. Here's Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein stepping up. Huge.
Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Lillard from deep three-point land. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Cauley-Stein. It's good.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley-Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
Lillard with it from deep three-point range. It falls. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
inside. Redick fires the three. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis. Count it!
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
And a deep three from Lillard. It counts! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by one. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
Sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Here's Lillard. To take the lead. Off target from downtown. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. That was a fun.
Uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Nuggets, we've got Will Barton, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter, and it's Murray in at the point guard. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Barton, wide open. He fires. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the basket by McCollum. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game. And, you know, this is something Jokic does extremely well. He excels at finding the open man with quality passes.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Lillard looking around. Up top, Covington, defended by Gordon. Covington passes to Lillard. Takes it out to Covington. No good on the triple. Here's Denver now. Here's Gordon. And he lays it up and in.
You give Gordon a chance to get out and run, give him room. I mean, this guy can cover ground in a hurry. You got to close out on him early, or he's going to make you pay for it.
And for Jokic, A slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong. Down.
Oh, what a finish!
Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunnies, a creative slam dunk artist.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And here is Murray. Pass to Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts. Clearly feeling it.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Lillard kicks to Covington. The pass to Pop. Porter pulls it in. Denver leading by 3. Murray with it. Lillard picks him up. Outside Gordon. Denver passing it around. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist from Covington.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Murray outside. Jokic on top. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Lillard right side. The dish to Covington, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And Murray, here we go. Jokic, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Here's Jokic. Second chance shot, and Gordon lays it in. Gordon's got 6.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Lillard against Murray. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Barton doesn't back up now. He really takes on challenges. Even when you rough up Barton, he's going to fight through contact and make it hard for you.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Portland no good that time either. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay.
And so it's Denver, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good.
I think it comes from the end.
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the floor for Portland, you've got Little. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Here's Jones. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Green, no luck.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Denver.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Murray is surveying the D. Millsap has the open look. Misses the three. Trailblazers trail by 9. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said, it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Pass to McGee. Back to Millsap. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Green. And it's Will Barton in for Jamal Murray. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Norman Powell's checked in for Little. Collin comes in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Lillard outside. And Lillard throws it down.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Campazzo covered by Lillard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And the Nuggets making a change here. Dozier's checked in. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Here's Lillard. Cantor trying to free himself up.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Porter dishes to McGee. Just 4 to shoot. Down low. Here's Millsap. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And that's an intentional foul. Lillard outside. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Traps in the tray. Now just a 4-point Nugget lead.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back with the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They are leading by 4. Kenny Wolf. And
really ain't know yet. You really ain't know yet. Big bad wolf.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Porter. And at the 3, that's the group on the floor for Denver. Murray right side. Here's Jokic. The second chance effort. Rebound by Nurkic. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. A 2-point game. And they go to the intentional foul. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. On the wing, Jones. Guarded by Porter. Jones, the pass to Giles. Back to Jones. Clock at 6. Powell down low. Hutton defending. The shot by Powell, no good.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
And the dunk by Powell.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Murray outside. Makes it off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Lillard attacking and a lot of contact. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
This is it to Gordon. Outside Porter. Back to Gordon. The kick out to Barton. Denver passing it around. And the basket by Gordon.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And no good that time. And the Nuggets going the other way. And an intentional foul right there. So both teams making some changes here. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Murray outside. That one doesn't drop. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 5. So they foul intentionally. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver.
That's his second personal in your Nuggets. Paul Millsap.
On defense, Denver. Here's Simons, and he dunks it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Kicks it to Murray. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Back to McCollum. That one, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And it's Giles missing. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
The Nuggets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's McCollum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McCollum's got 6.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
McCollum, no good. He gets it up. The shot that time, not on target. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for Denver. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Little out there with Anthony, and it's Cantor in at the 5. A different look for Denver. Jokic comes in for JaVale McGee, and Barton subbed in for Murray. And Portland with a change here too. Powell, he's jacked in for Little.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Here's Gordon. He feeds it to Green. Jokic high post. 4 on the shot clock. Yep, it counts.
Jokic doing a really good job that time, concentrating and maintaining his balance despite being fouled.
Porter's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Denver.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Denver making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Pass to McGee. And that one drops for him. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
There's the pass to Jokic. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Lillard again missing. The Nuggets leading by 10. Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
And this is where Barton does his eating, deep inside, leaping with ease to punch it home.
Lillard attacking. Good work there as it goes. Lillard's got 25 points.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Pass to Jokic. Stolen by McCollum. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Murray. Passes to Jokic. Back to Murray. Covington with the steal. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Murray outside. They get a hand on it. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Nuggets now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Jokic with it. Misses off the right iron.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Nurkic can't hit. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
And that one's good. Millsap.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nuggets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Jokic.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebound.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win. And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Simons. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
Here's Murray, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on short rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Jamal Murray. Cole is out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Jokic in at the center position. And for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Trey Burke is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now, here's Jokic. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Burke kicks to Hardaway. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. About a minute played so far here in the first. Murray outside. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now, here's Doncic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Hardaway. Doncic left side. Pass to Marjanovic. Just 5 on the clock. 14 feet away. Doncic, no good. Nuggets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Barton, good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Doncic with it. Now defended by Jokic. Here's Marjanovic. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. They now take the lead. Barton's got his second basket of the game.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
The Mavericks trailing. Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. J.J. Redick's checked in for Trey Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And the pass to Millsap. To the paint. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Unloads from 13. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Barton.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Brunson.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And Porter, here we go. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Powell. And again, it's Denver.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Now here's Brunson. 1:02 left to play in the first. Count that bucket. Denver leading by 4. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Now here's Brunson. Feeds it to Powell. Back to Brunson. Tries from 16. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Barton against Redick. Jokic inside. The layup missed.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. Right. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And we reached the and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
They've got J.J. Redick. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Millsap with the steal. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And a switcher also for Denver. Murray's checked in.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Mavericks trailed by 6. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Doncic. Marjanovic down low. He's against Green. Count that one.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Outside Millsap. Pass to Murray. Over Richardson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. McGee's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
On the wing, Doncic to the inside. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Here's Marjanovic, finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Marjanovic has got his second basket.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Murray outside. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well. This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Murray surveying the D.
And let's be honest, Murray has never seen a shot he didn't like, especially these mid-range jumpers.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Here's Brunson. That one drops for him. Brunson's got 6 points.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. From outside the arc, Porter And Porter putting it right back in. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
To the left side wing. Left side, Porzingis kicks to Powell. The pass to Finney-Smith. 6 to shoot. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Powell.
How about the ups of Dwight Powell? He's making these lobs look easy.
Now here's Murray. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Passes it to Bull. Out left to the wing. The 3. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Bull. 11 points in the game.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Brunson. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Murray, here we go. And that one clearly. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, and that'll do it for the first half, a competitive game so far. Nuggets lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. And that does it for our half.
Show up.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So on the floor for Denver. Bill Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Bull. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Gotta love when Murray gets into a groove. An astonishingly good score from pretty much anywhere.
Burke, the pass to Porzingis.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Redick. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. It's a 5-point game, and he commits the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Denver on D. Doncic looking it over. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter. Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And they double up Doncic. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And the wide open shot from Green. No good on the three. Mavericks trailed by 5. And they go to the intentional foul.
Will Barton. That's his first personal foul.
Doncic right side. And they double up Doncic. Burke finds Doncic. Back to Marjanovic.
And one of the league's best defenders. Millsap closing out well on that one. Yeah, the defense.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for Trey Burke.
And every year it seems to me Kristaps Porzingis willing to take on more and more responsibility. There is a process to becoming a better leader, and Kristaps Porzingis is right in the middle of it.
Denver making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Left side, Porter. And stolen by Richardson. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Powell.
There's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Barton outside.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
Pass to Powell. Richardson gets a wide open look. It's good from long range. Richardson's got the lead up to 2 now for the man.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Will it go? That one off the back iron and out.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Doncic outside. McGee with the block. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. And a switcher also for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for JaMychal Green. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Cauley-Stein. Brunson finds Cauley-Stein.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Oh, Porter in position, and that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Millsap. And 1:01 left in the third. Misses the layup. For Dallas, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Brunson. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to McGee. No good there. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Denver calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Campazzo, Brunson covering. And he makes good on the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And here's Brunson. 12 points for him. And Cauley Stein has it in the corner. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks ahead, ending the third quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Brunson in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Marjanovic. And it's Denver with the rebound. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic outside. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Murray outside. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Jokic.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
The first one falls. And Jokic drops them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Murray. And they're running. So they foul intentionally. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Murray outside. Inside to tie it up. In deep. Jokic drops it in. Jokic has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Here's Doncic. The putback. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway, and it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Murray outside. To the inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. There's the steal, and now the Nuggets. Fast break. Boom, he jams it straight down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Doncic against Murray. Yep, that one goes in there.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
Now, Doncic. Now the pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 5. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Marjanovic, and Dwight Powell subbed in for Porzingis.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Murray, good.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. Doncic kicks to Cauley-Stein. To Doncic. But they recover it. Cauley-Stein passes to Burke. Here's Finney-Smith. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
Here's Murray. Passes to Jokic.
Yes! And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Doncic with it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Bol.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
That will sting a little bit. Failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
And an intentional foul right there. He knocks down the clutch free throw. Second one is good. And both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing. Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Now, here's Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. He's off from 3. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And check out the Mavs. Fashion first, getting off the bus.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that could be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic's out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Richardson gets a wide open look. Offline with his three. Blazers on offense. It's a 5-point game. Yep, that one goes.
Tony's remarkably quick. Love seeing him put it on the deck and finish at the rim.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Doncic against Lillard. Porzingis kicks to Finney Smith. Back to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. 5 on the clock. Tries a 3 off the inbound. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And here are the Blazers. And here's Doncic from the arc. And the rebound by Nurkic. Doncic has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. McCollum no good. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Marjanovic finds Doncic. And here's Porzingis. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Shoots over Covington. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. Tough.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Dallas also making a switch. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
Lillard looking around. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
They grabbed their own miss. For 3, Richardson. Outside Hardaway. Off target with his 3. Trailblazers trail by 6. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got his second basket of the game.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Doncic outside. A 3-pointer off the mark.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Now, here's Doncic. The pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Lillard again missing. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Porzingis finds Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway against Powell. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shoots over Kansas. Another shot. And Marjanovic with the layup.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Outside Anthony. Back to Lillard. The three. Offensive rebound.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 4. And Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
when I'm training in the summer,
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Powell is out there with Cauley Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Redick in at the 2 spot. Redick with the bucket.
Exceptional at shooting off the pass. Redick's rapid-fire release often comes in handy.
Redick against McCollum. On the wing, Jones. Passes it to Carmelo. Kicks it out to Jones. 4 on the clock. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from McCollum.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. He lobs it up, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And the chemistry Cauley Stein has with his guys is evident. He knows when to go for these alley-oops.
And here's McCollum. Pass to Simons. All alone. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Powell finds Cauley Stein. Shoots from the right block. Tries again. Out to Hardaway. Redick passes to Hardaway. Shoots. And there's Redick. That's good on the assist from Hardaway. Redick's got 5. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Simons. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. It's McCollum on the wing. That one goes in. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So you know the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Nurkic with the steal. Jones drives in. Foul for 3, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
And Yusuf Nurkic missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, but still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, You had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back in the play.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Powell. Trey Burke comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Little, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Dallas with a change here too. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Doncic looking it over. Here's Marjanovic. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard dishes to Little. Hits it from three-point range. Little's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Doncic outside. Six on the shot clock. And it's good off the back rim and in. Doncic has got 5 now.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Lillard misses. Now Doncic. And a close game so far through the... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And the leap McCollum has taken has been remarkable. From little years reserve, his first 2 years to star scorer. Are you kidding me?
Burke, he's checked in for Dallas. Doncic with it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Portland trailing here. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Launches a 3. Kleber with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target from outside.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Powell, no one around him. Not going to go that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. To the paint. It's deflected. Covington with the steal. Now here's Powell. And there's the pass to Nurkic. Poke loose. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Simons the pass to Kanter. Nice D from Porzingis.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And here's McCollum. He's got 8. Down low. Kleba with it. Now Covington defending. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Jones checked in for Portland. Dallas also making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Anthony. Good D by Hardaway.
I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Simons surveying the D.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Burke. Good on the three-point shot. Burke's got 5. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player, can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Out to Anthony. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Josh Richardson's checked in for Trey Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Now here's Brunson. D right on him. On the Mavericks with some changes. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Here's Powell. No good. Shot missing. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Jones. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Richardson finds Cauley-Stein. Shoots over Covington. The inside shot goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Oh, man, the relentless pursuit of the basketball by Cauley-Stein. Just a tremendous hustler on the offensive glass.
And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Cantor's shot is off.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good.
The defensive specialist, Cauley-Stein, is an effective part of this rotation. Now, he must evolve his offensive game more.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Out to Anthony. They need this. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Hardaway for 3. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers trail by 10. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Three-pointer, Lillard. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got 9.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow-by.
Lillard against Brunson.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
It's Anthony with the drive. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. This is his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots. So he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Mavericks lead by 5. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the floor for Dallas, Cauley Stein is out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Powell in at the center position. And that's an intentional foul. Zingas, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Willie Cauley Stein. Here's Lillard. That shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Redick. Nails the baby hook. 7 points for J.J. Redick.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
It's McCollum on the wing. Doncic with the steal. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Richardson, no luck.
If you can't hit that one, his teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time.
And the basket by McCollum.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the 2nd.
Mavericks leading by 4. Now Doncic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Clock at 6. McCollum dishes to Lillard. From deep. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Redick for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Redick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, you can't allow Redick to get going from there. His three-point shot is downright lethal.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Doncic passes to Redick. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
More than happy to dip in and cash in from there. I mean, really, Redick is comfortable shooting from anywhere.
Knocks it loose. Hardaway with the steal. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Oh, that'll make any coach happy. Aggressive defense, then changing ends quickly.
Lillard, the pass to Giles. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Jones. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true. And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
So for the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for Jones. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Now here's McCollum. Burke covering. McCollum outside. There's the triple. Portland again missing. Mavericks leading by 12. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Porzingis kicks to Marjanovic. No good with the triple. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Mavericks.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Luka Doncic.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
McCollum against Marjanovic. From deep. Powell pulls it in. The shot by Lillard, wide open. It drops.
Great quarter.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.